Generic greetings and welcome to Incarceration Facility Design Solution Systems Incorporated. How may I direct your crim? Ooh, to the canteen, I think, because that's where everybody is, because it is currently eat time. In the previous episode of Prison Architect, we added another cell block as well as did a bit of an experiment. The CEO, wanted us to not feed the prisoners for a while, which, to be fair, I'd already done about 12 hours before, but apparently he wanted me to run the test again, and after a couple of days, he said that the results were inconclusive, so that was eventful. Also, I've noticed we do have a designer in here. As you can see, we've got Mr. Chris Delay there. You can actually see he's holding, for some reason, 3 bowls of porridge above his head and got a weird hat on. But either way, there it is. Look, it's Chris, abandoned all hope, Delay, allowed his maniacal obsession with correct ratios to slowly overcome him, resulting in the murder of a junior projectionist who screened Interstellar in 2.331, apparently. Sentenced to 2 years for joyriding. Okay, fair enough. Either way, if you don't know who that is the age 19. I think he's a little bit older than that. Anyway, that is the designer and programmer, or main programmer of the game, I believe. Yes, there you go. Anyway, we'll close that down. I don't know why he's got a weird hat on. Is that like the Christmas hat, or does he just work at McDonald's? Whatever. Either way, we have a couple of things to do this episode. Firstly, we're going to go to Foundations Building Brick, and then clicky, clicky, draggy, draggy all the way over there, and we'll get onto the next cell block, and then we want to put in, obviously, some jail doors either side, like so, and job done. Now, that's going to cost us about maybe 11 grand by the time you consider the lights need to be put in and things like that, and then we obviously need to go around and put all of the stuff inside. Now the problem with that is I don't think we'll have enough money to finish it all off in one, and as you can see we are losing about 5 grand in total, so we'll probably have to sell some more shares, but by the time we get these other cells done, the other cell blocks, we should be about right. And apparently there's a tunnel there. I think that is fake. Anyway, obviously a lot of people are commenting about certain things, specifically going on about the solitary issue that I've sort of been dodging the issue really for quite a while. I tried to cover it last episode, but it just didn't happen. Essentially, we don't have any solitary confinement, which is not a big problem in the way we've done things because we've got a lot of security elsewhere, so that's fine. But we do really need to put it in, and I still think I'm leaning towards this area over here where we've got currently it's a library desk. Let me just speed up to max speed because not a lot's going on. But yeah, we might put it over here because currently nobody's working in the library, and because you need someone who is, I think they have to have passed a certain. That one's probably fake as well. And because they have to pass a certain program, specifically the General Education Qualification. Sorry, no, Foundation, I think. It is Foundation Education Qualification. And there's only one interested. I don't think we'll ever use it. So, yeah, it's probably going to go over there. We'll see how it goes, though. Anyway, let's just go over to our quick build. And as always, we're going to do a clone. And we're going to clone the shower first. And then we will go to materials, demolish walls, and demolish a wall either side there so we can get into the center. And then obviously I want to then go ahead and go to materials, brick wall, and run a brick wall down there as well. Now this doesn't have any power yet. We won't be putting that in just yet. We'll wait until the shower's in, then we'll do the rest. Currently sleep time. Everybody's going to go back to their cells, and then we're going to do another full shakedown because the last couple that we've tried, we have actually missed out a couple of things. We just haven't had the time to do it. So let's go for a shakedown here, and then it'll take some time. Another couple of comments. People suggesting I put a dog patrol over near the deliveries because apparently you can sniff stuff in the deliveries, which I assumed was possible. It never really occurred to me. It's one of those things where actually once someone tells you, you go, oh, it's so obvious. It's so obvious, of course. So you'll be able to sniff it directly at source, which I think is a good idea, so we'll put them there. We also need to put some road gates on eventually, but that will require automatic door opening, which I don't believe I have. Hang on, it is not research. Remote access is not research there. I haven't done a taser rollout, nor have we got tax relief or anything like that. Tax relief we're not going to have because that is for, tax relief is for, when you make money from workshops, you get I guess the end result is you get more money, but it just means you're not taxed as much. In terms of this room here, there's been a couple of comments mentioning about expansion and also what this room is, and actually I'm going to answer it in two. This is going to, was going to be a solitary area. Sorry, it was going to be a solitary area after when I was thinking about putting solitary in, but I don't know if we're going to do that. But it was going to be a security area. Then it was going to be solitary. Then it was going to be a protective custody, and now it's just an empty room. If we expand the prison, which is something we can do, and if we expand that, what will we do? What will we be doing? Well, we'll be going for more prisoners for a start off, death row, as well as workshops. So pretty much getting the rest of what we don't have, and we'll probably use this here. So we'll probably get rid of this entire building, then have it go straight up, and then follow the same sort of progression. That's the overall idea. However, is it something we're going to be doing? I really don't know. Is that someone hurt in there? Yes, it is. That's Lee. Oh, it's Weight Pants again. Weight Pants, the guy that is constantly fighting. Extremely volatile. You know, you walk past and you'll just cough. What do you say to me? Starts punching people in the face. Anyway, so we'll do a hot water pipe run, and we'll run it across to here, and obviously to these ones as well. We need to make sure that we have hot and cold water. Like that. And we haven't got electricity, but we will run it in like so, and then we'll start putting electricity in. You know what? I think I'll wait until I put the cells in. And currently 6 grand, minus 4 per day. In terms of our prisoners, let's just go back to normal speed here. We'll go over to the intelligence and informants. We can see we've got some gang members, a couple of different traits. There's actually an arranged throw-in, as you can see. That's been found because of our phone taps, because we now have phone taps so we can hear things. And as you can see, we're still doing the shakedown. We're not finishing the shakedown for some reason. We do have 24 regular guards, so more than enough really to search things. It's just taking a while for some reason. Anyway, in terms of gangs as well, we can have a quick look. It is 3 red, 1 green, 1 blue. Alright. One of the things that people suggested, and again, it didn't really occur to me, is access only is something that's been added to the game for quite some time. And what allows you to do is say, if I set that to access only, it's on top of your previous assignments. So if you've got staff only, you can have access only, you can have protective custody and access, things like that. And what it does, it means that you won't go through it if you can go elsewhere. So if I set them to access only, it means that if possible, you will... It's said to go to the psychologist. You will only go through the infirmary if it's mandatory. Now, this is a bit strange because I don't know exactly how it works. For this, it's not a good example, but this is a better example. So if I've got this as access only, as it says down here, people will try to avoid access only zones if possible, preferring to take another route. So in order to get to security... Okay, it says people, but actually I think it means prisoners. Or at least that might mean prisoners. In order to get to security... it would take some from reception. You would come out of here. You would have to go through this bit, but you wouldn't go around here. Or actually, no, you would go out of reception and through this way, because this is access only, around this side, and then into security. Even if it's a longer route, they'll still take it. However, setting access only to the infirmary and psychologists means that prisoners won't just be able to walk in general, because it's not got a certain assignment or like staff only or whatever. It means that the prisoners can still go in here, because if you have it staff only, they can't use the infirmary, as we saw in the previous episode, or maybe the one before when we did the pharmacological treatment to drug addiction. However, when we've got it set us to access only, it means we can do it that way. So they won't be able to just wander in and nick everything. We hope. Anyway, hope that clarifies matters. I think that's all the comments. Anyway, so what we'll do is, it's still free time, but we want to do a shakedown now because we really, really do need to get a full shakedown of the entire prison. There's already some stuff found. There's a phone. It's currently found a spoon, a fork. Actually, we haven't found a spoon. It's a fork. It's medicine, some cigs, 2 cell phones, and some drugs. Let's just go over to intelligence and stolen from. We can see the primary source of the contraband. It is essentially just that's traded a lot. Most of this is just thrown in. Look, thrown. Someone's flown a Black & Decker drill over. Other manufacturers of electric drills are available. Cigs, cell phones. Yeah, there's loads of stuff. And we've just got a grant completion, which is that is the food, I believe. Yes, it is the food. If we go over to grants, we can see we've now got the. Where is it? What's it called? Short, long... nutritional research. There it is. I thought it was going to be at the bottom. I was like, hang on, where is it? So anyway, we're going to change these to medium, needs, and they're fine for the needs, that's okay. So we'll change the regime back to what we should have it, which is that. Now, people have said that if it's medium, you can actually do that, and it'll be fine. However, I think we'll keep it as both like that. I think we'll have 2 eats. I think that's about right. So 17 grand, that's enough to get more prisoners and get more cells in here, so that's good. So we'll go over to grants. So what else have we got? Manufacturing facility. We've only got carpentry apprenticeship program and 3 more hidden, and I think the hidden is cell block D, E, and F. So we're going to get the manufacturing facility just to get some more money, so that's fine. Over to quick build and clone, and what we'll do is start cloning all of this. So we'll clone it to there. We'll clone it to there. And then finally, there's a little bit at the end there, like so. And to be quite honest with you, I may as well do the rest of it on the other side. At least the clone tool can be used on more than about 3 blocks, because when it first came out, it was tiny, and it was really, really annoying. Anyway, so that's all getting placed. As you can see, we've got 337 places to search, taking us a while to actually search all of said places, but we'll get there in the end. Still nobody in the library, but we knew that was going to happen because we haven't actually got any programs running for that. We got parole hearing, which I was supposed to start more of this, and I just totally forgot about it, so we'll just start all of that. Spiritual guidance on the go. There's a workshop safety induction, 2 people interested, but we're not going to have that. And foundation education program, it costs 300 a session, and there's 20 places, 10 sessions. Do we want to start that with only 1 interested? I really don't know. Behavioural therapy is quite good as well, but it also costs 200 per session. Our reform won't be that great. I don't think. One of the things that I can't say is missing from the game, but something that would be quite nice is the way it works at the moment is if you release someone early on parole and they reoffend, then you get fined. If you, however, get prisoners in and you do some reform and then they go and things like that, and then it's all good, then you get a decent grading. But those are just numbers. It doesn't feed back into your prison. It would be nice if there'd be something along the lines of, if you had good reform and they went out with good reform, then the CEO would contact you and say, oh, very well done on this, that's really good, here's some more money, or here's something else, like some unlock or something like that, maybe to add in like an extra couple of pieces of equipment or something for the school or whatever, just to make it different. But obviously if you go really harsh, if you go like very, very, very heavy-handed, so you can, just go around just toting shotguns and having it on free fire all the time, and not anything that's a failure state. They can go, right, well look, you've done this, here's a really, really, really harsh door because of the way you're doing it. Something like that would be quite nice, instead of just giving you an overall grading number, which is still, I appreciate anyway, because otherwise you don't really know how you're doing, good or bad. It looks like we've got a family here. This is Lade's mother, Lade's son, and Lade's daughter. They're all sitting there. Oh, look at that, so small. Looks like DG Barlow from Coronation Street. Anyway, is it DG Barlow? The one with the big glasses. It was a thing in the 80s and 90s, I think. Anyway, can't show my age now. Right, so we need to... What do we need to do? Well, we're finishing off this search, and it's taken quite a while. Just need to double check our gangs. We can see we've still got the same amount of gang members. Obviously, we did have a little bit of intake there earlier. We've got 20 grand, which is enough to finish off this cell block and probably get another half one built. Although we may start going for some stuff on the floor. I'm not too sure. Obviously, we haven't got graded cells, something we haven't bothered with, and that might be starting to feed into the needs. There's a big clothing need, but there seems to always be a big clothing need. There's also a high literacy need for, well, not more than 10 people, but there's still a literacy need there. There's some comfort need as well, which is understandable, but it's 10 degrees, but it's nice and sunny, so that's good. Warmth need, as you can see, is not there. A little bit of exercise, so overall needs are getting taken care of. In terms of staff needs, you can see there's a fairly medium need for most of the, or about half of the staff here. No warmth need because obviously it's now it's sunny because it's spring. So there's no problem there as well. In terms of the food situation, looks like everybody is getting fed. There's no issue there at all. That's quite good. So there's nothing really to worry about there. So we should probably think about getting the plumbing and such sorted in here. So, well, first things first, I will go ahead and add the electrical cables in this area. And then, cancel. And then we'll go for the plumbing. So we'll have the hot water pipes like so, connecting to all the radiators. Obviously, putting radiators in each cell costs a bit more, but if you watch my previous series, you might have seen the, I think it was the rough prison, for the last series I did, and we had a lot of problem with heat because this cells were outside. In fact, this was inspired directly off that design. This is a refinement of the design, and we had radiators. I don't know if we had them on the outside, but we did have a problem with the heat. Well, actually, not heat. We had a problem with cold. That was the problem, really, and we did not really do anything about it, and it became a bit of a problem. So much so that in the middle of the night there would be many fights and such, and then they would try to escape, and then they would end up getting shot by the snipers just because they were a bit cold. Obviously, after getting hit in the head by a big bullet, you're going to end up colder after a while. But the thing is, it wasn't something you could fix because it was outside. There's no ambient distribution for it, so the radiator outside wouldn't go inside. Like, I mean, if you look over to this thing here, logistics temperature, you can see this thing here is 30 degrees C. You know, it's the hottest thing in the prison. No, actually not. It's not. The kitchen is the hottest. But this is really, really, really warm. And the reason for that is it's a water boiler, obviously. So it's just got a lot of heat associated with it. But because it's outside, it only does one tile. It doesn't like propagate around. So putting them inside there works out. So we're receiving more prisoners, as you can see, and I believe it is a distribution of 50-50 for... it's just mid-sec. I'm going to open the max sec up now, because we've only got 21 high-risk and 51 normal. And why is... Delay? Why is he... I'm really confused. And now he looks like Mario. What? But he was in my prison earlier. Has he been released? He was only in for 2 years, but he's back again. And this time he does look like Mario. He's got a weird hat on. Aggravated assault. Death by dangerous driving and aggravated vehicle theft. I don't know if Chris is a dangerous driver in real life, but this is really pointing towards him being like that. Oh, God. That is the artist taking the piss, isn't it? They've made him the most pasty white model in the game. You can't beat introversion humour. You want marking, because I think it's the biggest one as well. I think he's like the biggest character. Anyway, so putting the stuff in here, that should be fine. 25 grand in the kitty, and now we are actually receiving 59 per day. Ooh, that's going to break the bank. Let's just get in this thing here. This is going to be another cell block. I didn't think we'd get another one done, but it looks like we should be alright for that one. So we're going to put one there, one there. This is the doors for the shower. Just need to check deployment here. So we have got, yes, we have got the guards around there. Looks like we've got dog patrols, okay, armed guards, fine. We've got patrols around here. We don't have anything there. In reception, we don't have to have anyone assigned to it. The security's fine. The kennel could do with an extra bit down the bottom, but not really too much of a problem. So in general, yeah, it's about right. However, the hot water pipe is not running along because I didn't connect it up like so. Now it'll be fine. I don't know why we've still got that bug there. You can see there's like a... It doesn't show the hot water's flowing for the first couple of tiles, which is interesting. Anyway, over to quick build once more, and then we will clone this thing here. I know I could clone that bit, it doesn't actually matter, but there you go. There's that put in. And then I will actually assign that to open. So, at the moment, not had any deaths this episode, which is always good. Doing another search over here. We'll just have a quick look actually with intelligence and informants. See if there's any traits I should be aware of. There is some traits, but we don't know what they are. We'll see. Don't think it's too much of a problem at the moment. We do need to go over to utilities and then water boiler. If I can find it. There it is. And then put the water boiler in the centre like so. And then obviously start running pipe work and such. As well as electricity cables like that. And once that wall is sorted, currently there's a little section missing, so that's why I can't assign this to unlocked. But we will get it there. Come on, can you finish that bit of wall? Prioritize that bit of wall. I set this to unlock because it's easier to get in. But then we have the problem with they can't finish the bit of wall off because they can't get in. Yes. Always an issue. Right. So, What are we missing apart from this little section here and, well, this other side? Well, not much. Still haven't got anywhere to search prisoners. Sorry, do some confidential informant stuff. So, I don't know if we want to change that. Foundation Education Program, we've got 2 people interested. I'm going to start that. There we go. See what happens there. And then I will go for a... Oh, we got a rating. So, prison grading is punishment is high, reform is pathetic. Unsurprisingly, because we haven't done any reform at all. We've only just started, really, the pharmacological treatment to drug addiction, although we have been doing alcoholics group therapy. I don't know if you can class that as reform, but it's certainly in the right direction. Don't know what the game classes reform, whether that be education or just getting off substances and such. And that sort of thing. But anyway, so reform is low. Security, very near max because, well, we've got sniper towers all over the place and armed guards and dogs. Health is going down a little bit. So, yeah. So, staff fatalities none, capacity 72, deaths in custody 2, prisoners escaped none, paroled early 2, and reoffended none. It's a reoffending rate of 9%. But if reoffended none, I am confused. Anyway, so we will run our hot water, hot and cold water, in fact. So, we're going to run them like so. And then we'll run the cold water. I always get the pipework put in first. So, the prison is now filled to capacity of 72 prisoners. It is generally running okay. Let's get some guards in the shower. Guards in the shower has totally stopped the fighting early on, which I'm very pleased about. I think we're going to go for taser rollout. $5,000, obviously, and then we'll go for remote access as well. We've got things like legal and legal prep. We'd have to get legal and death row if we're going to go down that route. And I am thinking about going down that route and expanding this side and then getting some death row and other such things in, but I don't know. I know people are always keen to see that. But we'll see. We'll have a think about it. So some more people turned up. And we'll have a quick look at gangs. No gangs there. Oh no, we've got another gang member. So we've got 4 blue. Sorry, 4 red. Can't even work out colours these days. Oh well. 2 green. In terms of informants, we've got strong here. We've got a couple of different traits. But as far as I can see, there is nobody that is snitch or ex-law enforcement. I had one before that was ex-law enforcement, snitch, and a gang member. That's some strange life choices, isn't it? That's some cycle. Yeah. Right, so, how do we want to proceed? Well, that's all in. We might as well just clone the rest of this. So, cloning and do the rest of it? I think so. But I'm going to leave it there because I've progressed on quite nicely. Another cell block and a half, or maybe cell block and a fifth, really. Got some more prisoners. Not had any major incidents, and set some reform on the go. And we're only just losing money. By the time we get this and this in, we can then put some more reform stuff on, and then we'll probably be about breaking even, although I do want a couple more guards. If we're going to have a total of 100 prisoners, or maybe more, we will have more than 100 prisoners, I believe, then we will probably have to have another maybe 5 or 6 guards, maybe 30 guards in total. We've got 24, yeah, so that works out, about 30 guards in total. So 1 guard for every 3 or 4 prisoners. I've just realised that Chris, again, is in cuffs. Why is he in cuffs? He's a skilled fighter as well. I know he always carries a blade, Chris, so I hear. Found drugs on him, okay, fine. So he's carrying some drugs. There you go, there's Chris. And I don't know what's going to happen to him. Will he be brought back to his cell? Probably. Either way, leaving it there. As always, comments in the comments, and we will go from there next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and generic partings.